What are the marks of a real teacher? Sadguru. This is the question asked by a disciple. What are the marks of a real teacher? Real teacher means real spiritual teacher. That means in Sanskrit it is Sadguru. What are the signs, what are the marks of a real teacher? Our ordinary human mind cannot discriminate between a real teacher and a fake teacher. So there must be some signs, there must be some marks at the real teacher. There are real teachers and fake teachers. How to identify a real teacher? How to avoid, how to keep distance from a fake teacher? If we know a real teacher perfectly, then we can believe him, we can follow him. What are the marks? All the physical signs, all the physical marks are useless. The dress of a teacher, spiritual teacher, is not a sign of a spiritual teacher. Or beard, or tripundras, etc. These are all physical marks on the body. We cannot notice a real teacher by the physical marks. Physical signs can never reveal a real teacher. That is first thing. Second thing is enormous proficiency in the subject is also not a mark of a real teacher. Literacy is not a mark. Proficiency in Sanskrit or in any language of the concerned spiritual subject is never a mark. Reading padyas, reading slokas, Not only reading, telling the meanings of the slokas, these are all not the marks of a real teacher. First, physical dress and physical marks, wearing kashayam, wearing rudraksha, japmalas with wonderful vibhuti bandras, bearing a trishul in hand. These are all the not the marks of a real teacher. That is physical form. Next, in the case of mind, they are called pandits. Reading eloquently Bhagavad Gita or Upanishads without seeing any book, by hearting Vedas, wonderfully explaining the slokas or mantras. These are not the signs, these are not the marks of a real teacher. Third one, he may be a male, he may be a female. It is also not the criteria for a real teacher. First, body, next, mind, last one, heart. I can only identify a real teacher through our heart, by the grace of their heart. By the grace of the real teacher's heart, our heart will sink into peace, calmness, silence. A wonderful silence is there at a real teacher. It is not the normal silence. There may be sounds around the ashram or around the satsang place or around the teacher. Irrespective of the sounds, those disciples or those devotees who sat down before a real teacher can experience easily a profound calmness in their heart, a purity, a serenity, a pleasantness. Just like the smiling of a flower. This is called flowering. A pure silence is there. We can notice the pure silence. We can experience a pure peace in the presence of a real teacher. There may be sounds around the area. But irrespective of those sounds, the disciples easily notice the profundity, the profoundness, and the severity of the calmness. It is not ordinary calmness. It is the flow of the grace. If we sat down before Bhagavan, there is a powerful flow of silence, which the disciples only can feel it. Just like the scenario where Gopikas sat down before Paramatma, Sri Krishna. Not only